Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie and I am super excited to be back with you guys today. Of course, I took a little bit of a break after doing my 101 days, but I'm super excited to be back. I am super excited for today's video for a couple of reasons. First off, we are doing a horror watch. If you guys are new to my channel, this is sort of one of my series type videos where basically I review and talk about multiple films in one video. I've done originals versus like remakes and originals versus their sequels, as well as just films with a same category or just random ones that I happen to watch over the weekend or whatever it may be. And for this one, we are doing it as a theme, and we are talking about 3 different road trip films. And I'm also excited because my girl Felicia from GirlyGore is going to be joining as well. We are doing a bit of a collab. She's going to be giving her opinion on one of these films towards the end, so make sure you watch all the way through so that you can see her opinion, and then you can head on over to her channel where she will be doing part of one of her series where she does 3 films not to watch before blank, and she's going to be doing films not to watch before going on a road trip, and I'll be giving my opinion on a film over there as well. So I am super excited. I'm excited that this is I'm coming back to the channel and to have her on my channel and to be collabing, and I hope that you guys are excited as well. And the 3 films that we are going to be talking about today are going to be Roadkill. This one is also referred to as Road Train, Rest Stop, and A Hard Ride to Hell. So to start with Roadkill or Road Train. Roadkill is a 2010 Australian film about 4 friends on a camping trip who are stalked by a driverless truck. So I'm not gonna lie, going into this one, I did not have high expectations. The cover art for the DVD, which I own, isn't great, and I really was not expecting a lot out of this film. It looked very low budget, but I was pleasantly surprised by this one. It actually was not that bad of the film. The acting across the board was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was still pretty good. I mean, you have the actor, as a bonus for this, you have the actor that plays Brent in The Loved Ones, which you have not. If you have not seen, I highly recommend that film. He is in this as one of the main 4 characters, so that was very exciting. I actually kind of had to look it up because I was like, he looks really familiar. And then, yeah, I'm definitely excited to see that. And it actually is a pretty visually pleasing film. It's not just straight across the board watching, you know, these characters like a lot of road trip films are. There's bits of visions, try not to give away too much, that some of the characters have, and they go kind of in and out of things, and it's just, I know I'm not explaining it well because I'm trying not to give away too much, but it is quite visually pleasing, I'll just say that, and it's actually was a pretty good time. I know it didn't have very good ratings on Letterboxd. A lot of people thought that it wasn't a very great film, but I personally really enjoyed this one. I will say, as you're watching it, it does feel like it has some plot holes that you're kind of questioning. There's dynamic between these characters is a little bit off, and you're kind of, even before things happen, you're kind of like, what's going on? Like, why are these characters who are all best friends like so weird towards each other? But they explain all of it, and it all those plot holes really do get filled as you're watching the film. The only thing was, I will say, towards it kind of coming towards the end, as it kind of came towards an end, it did start to feel like it was dragging on a little bit, like they weren't really quite sure how to end the film. So even though I was enjoying it, I did get to a point where I was just kind of like, okay, like, is this gonna end? But it was still all a really enjoyable film, and if you're just looking for a road trip film that has, you know, a bit of a twist to it, I definitely highly suggest this one. I personally really liked it. Rest Stop is a 2006 American film about a couple, Jess and Nicole, on a road trip to LA. When Jess is abducted at a rest stop, Nicole must fight a maniac to get him back. And this one, again, really didn't go into it with high expectations. I really didn't go into most of these with any of these with high expectations. And unfortunately, this one was not as appealing to me as Roadkill one was. This one was really just kind of generally boring. The characters were not likable by any means. And you have some recognizable actors. I know the lead actress, I'm not really sure, but I know I have seen her in some other things. Joey Lawrence also makes an appearance as a cop in this. That is just annoying, and they really try to force you to like sympathize with his character, but it comes off more just annoying, and that's really how this entire film was. I mean, this main character of Nicole, she does not make any good decisions. She really spends like all of the film at this rest stop, which I understand that's the title of the film, and she's also, you know, she doesn't want to leave because she doesn't know where Jess is. But there's like at one point she breaks into this office and kind of tries to get on like a walkie-talkie thing, you know, try to see if anybody is out there that can help her. And after she does that, she just spends a big chunk like drinking some random bottle of liquor, like she doesn't know where that's been, and going through paperwork in this office, and it's just like she does not make any good decisions. It's like, girl, at least leave, try to go like find some help. I don't understand why people never do that in these films. And she just, yeah, every second you're like, stop making bad decisions, girl. And just was not rooting for her really in this film. And also just random characters pop up throughout this film that don't last for very long. Like I mentioned, Joey Lawrence having a character. They just like pop up characters all throughout the film, and you don't have enough time to care about any of them or have them reappear other than this particular truck driver that has taken Jess. Guess I kind of forgot to mention that, but there's this truck driver to meet at this rest stop that has taken him. And yeah, I just was not a fan of this one. Definitely not worth it in my opinion. I just think this one is one you can pass on a road trip marathon. And for our last film, A Hard Ride to Hell, it is a 2010 American film about a family that stumbles upon a group of devil-worshipping bikers and find themselves in a battle between good and evil. Now, going into this one, I was more excited because biker gang, even though they're evil, so I have like mixed feelings about that because my parents are both bikers, biker family, probably not surprising, but so I have obviously mixed feelings about bikers being like evil in this film, so that's one aspect about it. But I was excited because Catherine Isabelle is in this film. Of course, she is a horror icon. If you guys don't know who she is, she was in, of course, Ginger Snaps, American Mary, bunch of other stuff. Love her, definitely a favorite scream queen to me. But even my girl could not save this film. In fact, her character was horrible. I don't know what happened. She was just annoying and whiny and cryy type character. I guess just very different than I'm used to seeing her be in films, and maybe that's what also bothered me, is that she is kind of a weak link character in this film. She's almost portrayed as like she's gonna be a final girl, but spoiler alert, she isn't. And that's a bit all over the place. You don't really know if there's gonna be one with this film. And yeah, I don't know what went wrong here. And like, I understand that I've seen movies that have fantastic actors in them that are horrible because sometimes it's writing or directing or whatever else. So I don't blame her. But yeah, this was just not a good time. And as far as the kind of battle between good and evil goes for this film, there's a little bit of that kind of towards the end of the film, but it's not a major part. And I've talked about that I like that in films. There's a few films throughout 101 Days that tackle that, and I definitely enjoy that aspect, and that was not heavily in this film. And I guess that's maybe on the description on the DVD and online's fault for putting that in my head. But all in all, just, yeah, did not vibe with this film. Was not a good time for me personally. But I am going to pass this over to Felicia so that she can give you guys her opinion on this one. So take it away.
What's up, weirdos? I'm Felicia and I like scary movies, and I am from the channel GirlyGore. First of all, thank you, Lizzie, for bringing me on your channel today to talk about a road trip horror movie. Today I'm here to talk to you about Hard Ride to Hell. This movie, I first got quite excited about it because Katharine Isabelle is in the cast, and if you've seen Ginger Snaps or American Mary, you know she's a blessing to the horror genre. And I was actually kind of interested in the premise. It's about a group of friends that are in a camper and they head through the Texas Badlands, whatever that means, I'm not from Texas, and they accidentally witness a ritual sacrifice. And then they are pursued by a group of devil-worshipping bikers. And I said, devil-worshipping bikers? Katharine Isabelle? I'm in. I checked it out, and honestly, it was not good. The writing was really bad. It just felt like every line was an attempt at some sort of exposition, or like, listen to how high our stakes are, and none of it felt genuine. The acting did not help. Even our lovely Katharine Isabelle seemed to be in her own movie. She was not in the same movie as everyone else in this cast. She was definitely more in horror comedy land, and everyone else seemed to just be in straight up horror movie land. And I don't think it blended well together. Someone I did think did a good job was Miguel Ferrer, and I've seen him in other things. He seems very familiar to me. He's in Twin Peaks, that's probably one of his biggest credits. And he played like the main biker villain dude. He was missing an eye, he wore a cowboy-esque hat. He looked really intense, and I thought he did an overall good job, and everybody else was just trying their best. This movie was written by Matthew Chernoff and David Rosiak, and it was directed actually by a woman, Penelope Butenhuis. And this is definitely a B horror movie, so it's not like I was going in with super high expectations or anything like that, but I just didn't think it was very good. I really wish they had gone in a more comedic direction with everyone. Maybe Katharine Isabelle was on the right track. If they had made it sillier and made the biker gang sillier and made everything a little bit wilder and crazier, I feel like it could have worked. But it ended up just being sort of cheesy in a cringy way to me personally. And I will say, the movie had some fun moments. I didn't hate every second of me watching it. I finished the movie pretty easily. It wasn't like I was like struggling to finish the movie. But overall, it was a flippity flop. But anyways, thank you, Lizzie, for having me on your channel, and I will talk to you on the internet. Bye.
Thank you so much for your opinion on this film, and thank you so much for participating. If you guys are not subscribed to her, make sure that you definitely are. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have seen any or all of these films, let me know your thoughts on them in the comments below. Also, let me know what are some of your favorite road trip films, and again, don't forget to go over and check out GirlyGore's channel and make sure to check out the collab that we did over there as well. And I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!